Hello, everyone.
And welcome to Raw Reality. So, if you click on this video, you already know what we're going to be talking about. How my husband basically had a baby 2 weeks before our wedding. Let's get started. Alright, I know what y'all thinking. He had a baby 2 weeks before y'all got married, and you still married him? Child. Yes, I did. But I want to make it known. First of all, my stepson, I don't even call him stepson. He is my second oldest son. And my oldest son that I had before our marriage is his oldest son. We are a true blended family.
That's right.
Right. But before we got to all this, let's rewind it back. Because it wasn't always this easy. Wasn't always this simple. But we do want to share this story with you.
Right.
Yes. So we actually were Facebook friends for about a year before we actually started really talking. Every now and then he would just message me, asking me out or checking how I'm doing. I wasn't feeling him, but he was definitely feeling me.
You know you was feeling me. No,
Anyway, it still makes me blush. I was just like, whatever.
You was like, I like him.
Well, the point is, at some point, I started having a really rough time. I was dealing with the death of my mom. I was working 2 jobs, and I was a single parent taking care of my son, and I had to drop out of college, which really hit me hard. So I posted a Facebook post, and I guess it sounded kind of depressing, emotional, and so that led him to actually inboxing me.
Right.
And when he did, he said, let me pray for you. Now, let me just start right there. At this point, because I'm so emotional and going through stuff, this is when I really started getting my life right with Christ. I started actually taking church and God serious. I grew up in church. I got saved at a young age, but I wasn't living a saved life. And so at this point, I really am trying. And so when he said pray, I was like, what? Okay, you can pray for me. And so from there, we started talking. Now, mind you, he's in Kansas and I'm in South Carolina. But all we're doing is talking and having great conversations. This was in September and we got married in February. So I bet y'all wondering, when did you find out about the baby?
Well, so we was, I don't remember. It was probably like a few months into talking and we was having a conversation and she made, something, a joke or said something about me being, a virgin.
Oh yeah. No, wait, all of our conversations were decent, I promise. Like, that's one thing I love about him. He was such a gentleman and so polite that I really thought, oh my gosh, he's saving himself for marriage.
Right, but so I just had to be honest with her and let her know, okay, look, I know you think I'm a virgin, but I'm not. And on top of that, I have a baby on the way. Mm-hmm. So I know it was like...
And this was October, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was probably like October. Yeah, it was October. It was like...
So what made you tell me then? Were you ever going to tell me if I didn't make the comment about being a virgin?
Honestly, I really don't know because it was just, I never really been open and honest about my feelings. So it was, something new to me. And I think I just knew I had to say something at that point. So it was just, might as well just throw it out there and we just have to roll with it and see.
Did your family or your mom know?
Yeah, I think my mom knew at that time and my godparents knew. So it was just the only people that knew.
Okay. So this was it was a setback, I'll be honest. And I thought about it. Part of it was probably my fault that he didn't come out right away is because I did used to say a lot that I would never marry someone with a baby. And you guys are saying to yourself, but girl, did you have a baby? Yes. Yes, I did. But I didn't want to deal with baby mama drama. And see, in my situation, I was baby mama and I wasn't no drama. So that's why I was like, I don't have to deal with that. But thank God, praise the Lord, we do not have baby mama drama. And so all this happened for a reason. So I know God set this up. And that's why I tell people, you want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans. Because that was on my list. He had to be this guy, that, and no baby. And God was like, yeah, okay. Because let's be honest now, we've been married for how long?
9 years.
Hey, so it can be done. But back to the setback. I got super emotional again because I know what it's going to be like. I'm like, literally, it's not that you already had a baby. The baby's on the way. So I had to be honest with myself. I had to ask myself, is he and this girl, they still have feelings for each other? Does she still have feelings for him? Will he secretly have feelings for her? Will they still be messing around? Will this actually work? Will this be healthy for her, for him to be dating someone while she's pregnant? So I know we stopped talking for a while because I was upset.
She was like, leave me alone, don't talk to me. And she was like, I'm done. I don't want to, like she was saying, I don't want to deal with nobody that has a kid on the way, especially a kid on the way. So she was like, I don't want no baby mama drama. So it was I don't remember exactly how long we stopped talking, but it was a couple of weeks, and then we started talking again. And then from there, matter of fact, I was coming home, so I was like, let's spend some time together. Because matter of fact, I was getting ready to go on a deployment.
That's right.
So I was coming home to see my mom and everyone before I left, and then of course to see you.
Okay.
So and then from there, that's where we kind of really connected, because then this gave us a chance to spend some time together, like physically. And so I think that's really where things kind of sparked back up. And then from there, it was just...
Well, for me, I actually had to do a lot of praying. I remember talking to people at my church. At the time, like I said, I lived in South Carolina, so my church home was Eden Missionary Baptist Church. Many great people there that I actually spoke with who were in not situations as far as their significant other had a baby right before the wedding, but there were people there who were step parents and you wouldn't even know it. And so they talked to me, gave me really good advice. And then honestly, I had to trust God. And so at this point, it was like, what am I going to do? And I'll never forget, my roommate during that time said, you just need to read Matthew 6:33. She said, do that and let the Lord lead you. And so once I did that, I honestly felt like God was saying, this is who I sent to you. Take it in, breathe, trust me. And so I said, okay. And once he came home to visit, and it was like nothing changed. All the conversations we were having was the same. Because you got to think, we fell in love with each other just through conversation, not even spend time with each other. And I actually like that because we were able to not worry about the physical thing. It was literally, can we connect? Can we talk? Now, does the physical things matter? Yes, they do. Absolutely. But when you miles apart, all you got nothing to do but time in your hand, but ask questions, find out, this and that. And that was me. I was asking questions like it wasn't nobody's business.
No, you wasn't asking questions. You was, can we do this relationship quiz? Can you do this quiz with me?
And I still do love quizzes, guys. I love relationship quizzes. Even if I don't believe them, sometimes they do make me go, oh, that's so right on the point. That's so accurate.
Okay.
So basically, he got deployed, and then you came home for R&R?
Yes, R&R.
R&R. See, it's so significant to us. That matters to us. And so during that time, our sweet baby boy was born, Jamari, and we also ended up getting married 2 weeks after that. So yes, we did decide to still go through and get married. We basically talked about marriage before. He asked me to marry him. So we already knew it was going to happen soon, even though we only talked on the phone for 5 months and really didn't spend no time with each other. I knew that he was my husband, and he'd been telling me that I was his wife. I mean, no, for real. It was like the third or fourth conversation on the phone. He was like, yeah, you my wife. And I was like, okay. Hello. And so, yes, there's been some struggles. There's been some strains. There's been some stress. And we can cover those on another day. But at the end of the day, my baby boy was a blessing. He did not ask to come into this world. He was an innocent child. And if I love him, I had to love my son. And if I love my son, I have to love his mother. And so that's where we are. I love them all. They are all my family. And that's where we are today. Even before we got to this point, I knew I still had to love this child. And I do. And I cannot wait for you all to see how we all interact with each other, because honestly, it's a blessing. I mean, God knows exactly what he's doing. We don't need to question him at all. And so this is just me encouraging someone out there, because I know that there's a female out there that probably feels the way I felt. You don't want to deal with that drama. But what if the person that God is sending you does have a kid? What you going to do? Are you going to ignore God? Because honestly, I can say that every milestone in our life, in our relationship, was also a blessing. It was a stepping stone and it was a blessing, right?
Right. So importantly, you just have to be open and honest. The mistake I made is I should have told her from the beginning, but I withheld it. And that's something that I had to deal with, just being open and honest. Growing up the way I grew up I never really connected with my feelings. So that's something that I had to deal with. I had to go to God to ask him to show me, how to be open and honest and how to communicate with my wife. And so he has done that. And now we talk about everything and we're always open and honest and things are relatively easy to talk about.
Absolutely. So if you guys want to hear more about this part of the story, of course, I would also love to have a conversation or interview with his actual baby mama. I call her my baby mama too. So if you guys would like to see that or hear that, please comment below and let us know. And again, if you have any questions, reach out to us, DM us. We're more than welcome to share our testimony and our story. We're not ashamed of it.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that happened for a reason. God allowed it. If he didn't allow it, he orchestrated it.
Right.
So either way, we're here to share it and tell it. All right. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune in for some more R&R.